Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And I want to celebrate and review and give even a ranking of all the wonderful gifts I have received from Larry Graves. I'm strictly speaking from those CDs that he ordered from Amazon directly to me. He had sent me a gift box. Maybe I think it was like 2 years ago now that I had received a gift box that had my Sparks T-shirt in there and a couple of DVDs that I still need to watch. Grizzly Man. I still haven't watched that yet. And a whole bunch of used CDs, including a couple of Sparks CDs, and I loved everything he gave me. Doesn't matter if they're used, I still love them. But he sent me six. So far now, it's been six CDs from Amazon, brand new, and because he knows I'm gonna like them, and I want to, and so I want to review all six of the CDs that he gave me, and I'll show you in the order that he sent me them. The first one he sent me, okay, and I wasn't expecting it. It's just out of the blue. They're all pretty much out of the blue. A couple of these I should have suspected he was going to send me, but I had no clue. So the first one he sent me was the Pod because he was really curious of my thoughts about it and what I think about it, and it's a great album. I love it. Okay, we'll see where it ranks. I'll do the ranking at the end there. But it's a great album. I liked it instantly. It is a little bit more of a difficult album to get into than usual. The first time I put it on, that first song, though, like, I don't know. But then as it goes on, then you got to really get into their vibe of understanding where they're coming from, and being um admiring the works of Frank Zappa and the likes, and going into the little bit bizarre, and you have to go in there knowing that that's what you're wanting to get. But I do like it, and it keeps getting better when I every time I listen to it. But we'll get there when we'll see where it ranks. Same thing with this one. But hey, this is a staple. This is a staple. This is an iconic album of Black Sabbath, Paranoid. He sent me this one next because it was out of all the Aussie ones that I was getting. Okay, I was the last one that I was missing out of the original 8 Black Sabbath albums. It was this one, and I should have known. I should have known he was going to send me this, and I'm sending you something in the mail. I was like, it could have been anything, but when it was this, I was like, okay, I understand. It's thank you. It fitting. It filled that gap, and then it completed that section of Ozzy's time with the first original 8. So of course you guys know how I feel about it. This is a 10 out of 10. I love all those Ozzy albums, with Black Sabbath pretty much equally, and it's a bit of torture to try to say which ones are better, but we'll get there again once I get more of the Black Sabbaths eventually. But I'm taking a break from that right now. Then, then there was another collection that I was near, very, very near, completing. I only had one more CD, basically, and then anything else after that was peripheral and just bonus. But I had needed to get it, and I had it ordered. It was, it was I was going to get it, but he sent it to me. He sent it to me anyway, and it's 2 discs too, so it's double the pleasure. There's 2 CDs in here, so I was like, whoa, and it was exactly what I needed. Again, I should have known, but it was a surprise. I you know a pleasant surprise, and I love it. I love it. It's in my top 5 favorite Beatles albums. If you consider it an album, but it has to be because it has all the stuff that you can't get on the other stuff. So it's especially that second disc. Awesome, awesome. So I love it. Then the next one he sends me is and because he knew I was collecting it, and this one I had no clue, and there was no way I would have suspected he was going to send me this. Again, it could have been anything. So this one here was really unexpected. But he sends me Pink Floyd Metal, and because it is epic, it's one of his favorites, and I love it. I love it. I think, oh no, it's good, it's good, and I need to play it more. Yeah, we'll see how it ranks. But it was a pleasant surprise, and yeah, it because I can't really say that I was that disappointed with Umagama when I bought it. I bought it, but then I started understanding where it fits in everything and how it. But when but when this kind of redeemed it, this re, this like it was it's much improvement over Umagama for me, and I appreciated it more. But he didn't stop there. No, no, Larry Graves sent me also another Pink Floyd. Not too long after, a Songs Are Full of Secrets. Why? I don't know, but I am super thankful all as always. And is do I think it's a little bit better than metal? It's different, and I kind of like it very much equally. In many respects. Again, a bit of a torture to try to rank the Pink Floyd so far, especially the first three, because they're so epic and they're so different and so experimental, and you can see a progression in their ideology and sound, and of course they're a little bit of twisted mindedness. You guys know what I'm talking about, but it's great. It's great. So, but the last one he sent me, and this is the one I really want to. We'll wait until the ranking and before I really get into this. But he sent me this Claypool Lennon Delirium, the monolith of Phobos, and we just want to say right now, spectacular. I love it. Every note is just delectable. Their singing oddly works so well for the type of music and content that's in it. But I'll get to more into that. Let's do the ranking, okay? I am going to pause this for a moment and get everything prepared. So one moment, please. Hello everybody, I'm back. And so I have ranked them from the least best to the best. And so we'll start from number 6, which again, this is a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10, but I have to put it at the weakest because just mainly because of the how strange and how it was the one album out of all the 6 that I got from Larry that was just a little bit more difficult to get into. But still really loving it. It would have to be The Pod by Ween. That's at number 6. That's at last place, but just want to say I still really love it. At number 5, but not to take away from it, of course, because it's still, I would give it somewhere between a 9.5 and to a 10. So all these are 9.5s to a 10. So I would have to put Metal at number 5, but don't get me wrong, it still is fantastic. A 9.5 out of 10, so it's still a fantastic album. Something had to be at number 5, something has to be at number 4, and so on. So that's what's at number 5. And number 4, which is I think is for some reason I do actually enjoy it a little bit better. Yeah, there's a couple of really cool stuff on it. I love this. I do love this because where it goes, and yeah, it's good. It's good. So this is also equally scored with the Metal. It's a 9.5, so they're both pretty much 9.5s, kind of equal in many respects. But I'll put this one slightly better than Metal. That could very easily change, though. I probably the next time I listen to them both, I'll be like, oh no, Metal is better. At number 3, and I'm sorry, Ozzy, you know, I love you. You are a 10 out of 10. All the rest of these are 10 out of 10s for me in many respects. So, I do love this. I do love this. You know, I don't really need to go into any detail about this at all because it's fantastic. You know, 10 out of 10. Same thing with this next one here. I love it. Again, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm going to just say it so. Even though if I'm ranking it with the other stuff, it'll be, you know, but it's a 10 out of 10 out of this bunch of six CDs. Yeah, this is that number two. Number two. I know again. I don't have to go into detail because I really want to get into the detail at what's at number one here, which of course that instant I because the first time I played it, not knowing anything, I was still nicely wired and awake. Okay, so I was alert to play it. I shut everything off like usual, had it in my stereo, put my headphones on, laid down, and it works. It so works. And Sean Lennon, you you really have me wanting to check out your other works now. You know, I like being surprised. I like to hear the album. I will be looking into getting some of your other albums. Absolutely. I need more Primus. I only have They Can't All Be Zingers, their greatest hits, but I want to get their albums too. I have this actually parked right next to the to my They Can't Be Zingers from Primus, my greatest hits. So yeah, this what can I say? That bass playing is just you know, clearly, you know, you cannot be confused. It's like as soon as you hear it, it's like that is Les. Like it's so signature. It's so signature. Les Claypool. I love the sound. I love the sound. I love where it goes. Their voices is so perfect together and such a great blend. And that they take that that they're equally on this album, like pretty much evenly, both of them singing. I was expecting this to be just Les Claypool's playing and all the vocals by Sean Lennon, but why would you hide you know why would you hide his voice when it works so well? So no, this is such a 10 out of 10. I can't like I understand why you sent this to me, Larry. This is spectacular. I love it. I gotta hear more. I gotta hear more stuff like this. This is exactly what I'm searching for. Stuff like this. You know, this is what music is all about. This is the yeah yeah. So like when he sends me a final gift, and I'm sure he's not going to be sending me anything else until Christmas, and by then I'll have his kitten, his beautiful cats done. I'm not just doing one picture. You know, I'm going to be making three. I have to do like them together in one nice picture, and then two individual pictures where it captures, you know, more spirits. And I'm not going to necessarily when you're trying to reproduce something from a still picture and that, sometimes you just want to add your own little flair. Like if I'm gonna every little adjustment I make on the picture will be what I consider an improvement on it and giving a little bit more character. I don't like to match the picture exactly as long as it's very distinctive enough that you look at the picture and say, "Oh, yeah, I know what that is. I recognize it. It looks awesome. It looks so lively and more, nuanced." That's what I'm going for. I'm taking my time. Again, I don't want to spoil any of it for anybody until Larry Graves himself opens it for you and shows you what he got. All right. I love you all. Thank you for keeping up with me with the Sparks Timber, those of you who are. And I just want to briefly. No, I'm going to make a quick little video tomorrow. Not right now. I don't have any more time, but tomorrow I got a little 3-4 minute video I want to make. Just set something up. You'll see when that comes. All right. Stay tuned for more content. Please, if you are watching my videos, just watch some more of my videos before you consider subscribing. I really want you to like what you're getting from me. Always know that I'm keenly intent on improving as much as humanly possible whenever I can. Okay, I apologize if sometimes I'm not the best polished or whatever, but I love doing this and I love you guys. Everybody is welcomed. Okay, just remember that too. All right. Don't be afraid to hit the like button. Leave me comments. I love hearing from you, and I'll do my best to get to you. And everybody, just be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.